God damn it, YouTube. It looks like Final Fantasy VII Remake is going to take so much longer to finally be complete. So USGamer.net dropped an article linked below as always about Square Enix recruiting urgently for the development phase of Final Fantasy VII Remake. Even though it's been 2 years since they revealed it, they are just now recruiting staff. The highly anticipated Final Fantasy VII Remake is starting to get off the ground, and the remake team at Square Enix's Business Division 1 put out a public jobs call urgently recruiting for the project. 3 of the top developers on the project, Kitase, Nomura, and development leader Hamaguchi, all put out personal statements to get people interested in applying for the project. For this project, we aim to surpass the original work in terms of quality, said Kitase, in the blog post translated by Siliconera. To this, Kitase says the Final Fantasy VII Remake team will increase the number of staff to strengthen the core company development as Business Division 1 heads into the development progress phase, which suggests that the game is still a long ways away. Final Fantasy VII Remake director Tetsuya Nomura makes a slightly stronger case to potential recruits, appealing to those who are concerned with the industry and citing the number of domestic staff is significantly lower compared to that of foreign high-definition developers. Therefore, Square Enix must urgently recruit as much staff as possible. This shit has me so fucking heated, man. Like, we've been talking about this game for several months now, just getting, the little bits of news here and there, and then this shit comes out. Like, they're looking for a bunch of people just because they're trying to get, like, a AAA-sized team, just probably hundreds of people, something like that, to help them develop the game. What the fuck have they been doing for 2 years, man? They revealed this in 2015. It'll be 2 years old at this E3. They revealed this shit 2 goddamn years ago, and they haven't even got a development team yet. What the fuck has been going on at Square Enix? What has the team for Final Fantasy VII Remake been doing this entire goddamn time? Lastly, development leader Naoki Hamaguchi dives a little deeper into the motivations for embarking on the Final Fantasy VII Remake project to begin with. Everything from helping a new generation of gamers discover Final Fantasy VII to applying modern technology and graphical advancements to the game, Hamaguchi writes that now is the best time for creators to display experience and abilities for this title with high expectations around the world. There are a couple interesting tidbits in this post. Kitase reveals that many of the original Final Fantasy VII staff, having worked on later Final Fantasy games, are now joining the remake team, that's obviously good, suggesting that the remake is moving forward as a bigger Final Fantasy project for Square Enix, especially considering it's been nearly 2 years since the remake was announced at E3 2015. You don't gotta remind me of that shit. It will be interesting to see what Square Enix's Business Division 1 will do with a team the scale of, as Nomura points out, foreign high-definition developers. From the rumored multi-year episodic format the Final Fantasy VII Remake is gunning for, it certainly sounds as though Square Enix might need a AAA-sized team, especially considering the monumental expectations for the project. Look, man, I've been on the hype train since the announcement. This is a game I've said so many times on the channel. It's my favorite game, so it's my most hype game right now, that they're finally remaking my favorite game of all time. I've been on the hype train since that original PS3 demo they did where they showed just kind of like the opening of Final Fantasy VII, where we all thought they were doing a remake back then, and they never did. I've been on the hype train since then. And then, here it is, we're getting this fucking news that they're just now trying to get a development team together to help with the game. If they needed a bigger development team, why didn't they do this a year ago? 2 years ago? Like, half a year ago? Like, why are they just now? 2 years? We're almost 2 years old since they fucking announced this shit, and they're just now like, hey, we might need a bigger team for this. We already knew going into it was going to be an overly difficult project, but why don't we wait 2 years before we actually try to get some help with it? It's just weird because, like, they knew going into it was going to be a difficult fucking project. And it seems crazy that they're waiting until now to even look for outside help and shit. Like, maybe we need a bigger team for this. Because they're doing a full scale remake. It's not just like, like it's not a remaster, like HD graphics or whatever. They're full scale remaking this game from beginning to end, possibly adding in and taking out some stuff. But for the most part, it's going to be, to scale the remake of the game. I think they're gonna be able to have an open world and travel the world and everything. Like, it was obvious this was a 3-disc game back in the day. This is going to take a long time to make. So it's just crazy that they're just now looking for a team, man. I said it a lot on the video, but my God, I just can't grasp. They knew, the Square Enix, they knew this game was gonna take a long fucking time to make. Why didn't they do this before? Look, man, it's Square Enix. They have a history of fucking delaying games. I really shouldn't have expected anything more than the game being delayed for several fucking years. it's kind of what they're about these days. It's what they're known for. They put out quality games and good games. It just takes so fucking long for them to make it. It's like they have 5 people developing a game or something, dude. It's crazy. And I really shouldn't have expected anything more than the game being delayed and development taken for goddamn ever. But it just sucks, man. I almost wish at this point that they had never announced it in 2015. Like, everything, whatever they're doing right now, whatever they've been doing the past, like, 2, 3, 4 years on Final Fantasy VII Remake, I wish they were doing without ever having revealed it. Because it'd be so much better if they could come out, like, say, for some reason, 2017 E3, this is when they first reveal Final Fantasy VII Remake. They'd be so much further along in development. They almost have the first, port, because we know that they're working on the first beginning part of the game, where they attack the first Mako reactor. You fight the giant red robot scorpion thing. We know that that's what they're trying to polish and finish up. It'd be so much better if the E3 this year, they revealed it for the first time, and they're like, yeah, and like the first, it's going to be episodic, and we have the first episode almost done. Like, that'd be so much better than what we've been going through the past 2 years. Anyways, guys, I thought it was worth covering this news. You can probably hear my voice in this video. I'm just kind of let down, kind of defeated. I should have expected it, but I'm always an optimist, and I should have expected it, but I didn't. It just kind of sucks, man. We're still going to cover news for the game. It's just, it just kind of kills the hype train for me, man, when I see that they're this fucking far behind. Kind of like Red Dead Redemption 2. They're not far behind, like it was going to release in 2017. Now we have to wait till March 2018. So I'm just kind of off the hype train for RDR 2. Still going to cover news for that as well, but I'll still cover news for this as it comes out. It just kind of sucks, man. Anyways, guys, if you went on to enjoy the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Follow me on Twitter. Links to my social networks are in the description. Into the outro. Later, guys.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face, tell me that you love